Well, hello. We're right here at a place called Folk Life down here in Huntington, West Virginia, on 14th Street West, on the corner of Jefferson Avenue. And this little shop is special to me because this same shop is where my grandfather, Bert Hackworth, had a used furniture store back in the early 60s. It's called Goldie's Furniture. When I was a young man, maybe 10 years old or so, I remember coming in here many times with furniture stacked all the way to the ceiling, and I have fond memories of this place. And Karen Combs is with me today, and again, my name is Jim Rumbaugh, and I'm going to give you a little history lesson, a little song about Billy Richardson. I heard about Billy Richardson from a harmonica player by the name of Fred Miller. Fred Miller was at the Harmonica Club of Huntington back in 2001 when we first started. We'd be at a little place called the Java Joint having our weekly meetings. He'd be on the front porch steps of the Java Joint singing this song called Billy Richardson, which I wasn't paying much attention to until I heard him say Huntington. And I'd never heard a song that said Huntington in it. Lived in Huntington, West Virginia all my life. And I said, what is this song that says Huntington in? And he said, it's Billy Richardson's Last Ride, about the engineer Billy Richardson. So it was time for me to go out and find out about Billy Richardson. Well, Billy Richardson was an engineer for the C&O Railroad from about 1878 to 1910. And he ran a train that was called the Fast Flying Virginia. And it was famous for running fast and being on time. His route was from Huntington to Hinton, and Hinton to Huntington. And the Virginian went all the way, again, from Virginia up to Huntington, which was the end of the line. So Billy Richardson was a bit of a character. He was famous for leaning out the window and waving to everybody. He had a long beard that would go flapping in the breeze as he went down the railroad tracks. A bit of a character. Had his oil can to use to grease the engine cab. There's a story that he went and squirted in his mouth because he said, I reckon it'd do me some good. So you can tell, a little bit of a character. And everyone up and down the line kind of knew Billy from being friendly and waving, and just like you might get to know your local bus driver, he was the one that was taking everybody up and down the line. Well, it was December 2010, Billy had left Charleston, was headed to Huntington, and a stretch of the track called Scary, West Virginia, near Scary Creek, which is actually near St. Albans. He had leaned out to check the track. There was an unsecured mail crane. That's one of these metal hooks that holds a mail bag. Well, it caught him by surprise, hit him in the head, and hit him on the side of the head, and he came down, and he was out. And the firemen had to bring the train into the station. They took him to the local Huntington hospital, but Billy never came to. He died there in the hospital shortly after he arrived. Well, and today you can even find a plaque with Billy Richardson's name. It's there at the old Huntington train station. Not the Amtrak station, the old Huntington train station, which is now a series of offices, and matter of fact, we're getting ready to close it. So if we don't see that plaque soon, we may never see it. We may never have heard of Billy Richardson, but in 1926, about 16 years later, there was a young man that worked for the N&S Railroad that remembered going out. He would always wave at Billy every other day as Billy went back and forth. He remembered Billy Richardson, and train songs had just been made popular. The song Record 97 had been popular. So he wrote this song about Billy Richardson, and he sent it to another gentleman who recorded it and became a minor hit back in the late 20s. So this is the song Billy Richardson's Last Ride. And listen, you're going to hear Huntington mentioned twice. That's my hometown. Through the West Virginia mountains came the early morning mail. Old number 3 was westbound, the fastest on the rail. It pulled right into Hinton, a junction on the line. With its Baldwin Mallet engine, it made the run on time. Billy Richardson at Hinton is called to make the run, to pull the fastest time freight from there to Huntington. His firemen then reported for duty on the line, and receiving their train orders left Hinton right on time. That fireman said, "Now, Billy, you know you're old and gray. Your name is on that pension list. You should retire someday." But Billy said, "Dear fireman, this truth I'm telling you. I must die right in my engine cabin. Nothing else will do." So Billy told that fireman how happy he would be if he could die while pulling a train like number 3. "I want to die on duty in my engine cab so free, while pulling eastbound number 4 or westbound number 3. So coming down New River came westbound number 3. By Thurman and by Cotton Hill, no danger did he see, but his head had struck a mail crane while going down the line. He'll never make that run again to Huntington on time. He did the fast excursion, he did the U.S. mail. He pulled the fastest time freight to the rhythm of the rail. He lost his life on duty in his engine cab so free, while pulling eastbound number 4 and westbound number 3. Last time. The story of Billy Richardson.